Catherine, welcome to Ballydocken Cookery School. We are making individual cottage pies right now, and I wanted to show you all the beautiful veg that you can get into this and how light and healthy it can be. So I'm kind of taking shortcuts. The actual recipe that I say down below means you just use the one pan, but I'm going to show you how to make your life a little easier as well if you're on a tight time frame and do two pans at the one time. So first of all, I have the frying pan on a nice high heat. In she goes, dry pan, and this is my lean minced beef, and in that goes. It's really important you brown the meat on a really high heat. If not, problem is all the juice starts to absolutely flow out, and even now there's a chance that'll happen. So I'm just going to leave it there, not touch it, and at the same time I have my gas on here, and I'm going to put in a little dropping of oil in here. I'm just going to make the sauce that goes with it. So we'll heat that up, and we start with our chopped onion. And sure, while we're at it, we might as well put the celery in. The holy trinity, onion and celery, and carrot, in that goes. And we're going to put the garlic in as well. And give that a stir and let them cook down. So we get this cooking now. Nice bit of oil in there, just helps it soften down. Needs another little drop of oil. You don't need to overdo it on the oil, but just that little bit of oil really helps the veggies cook down. With this, what we're looking for is steam coming out, and we're not at that yet. It's only beginning to build up. Can you see that there? You've just got that bit of steam coming out. Just wait for that to build up, and then you can turn your heat down. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. The juice is starting to come out of here a little bit, so we just leave this on the high heat, wait for it to evaporate, be brave, and then turn it over. Okay, that's softening down nicely. We're going to just turn the heat down on that, and let's go back here now. This needs to be turned. I can see by the pan it's browning beautifully, and look at the colour on that meat. My plan worked. See the way I just left it on the high heat, and have a look at that. You've got that lovely colour. It's absolutely beautifully brown, and that will really give you that beautiful flavour, that caramelisation. So trick, really high heat, don't overcrowd the pan, and just leave it to colour one side on the high heat. Don't be tempted to just keep stirring it, because the temperature of the pan just drops. I see this in the cookery school here all the time, where we're browning meat and people just turn it that little bit too early. Not for any reason other than, I suppose you could, when you're in a cookery school environment, you just want to crack on with the recipe a bit, you're enthusiastic. But a lot of people go, gosh, I didn't realise I had to leave the meat sitting that long on the high pan to get that colour. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. Really, really happy with this. Really happy with it. So back here now. This is cooking along nicely. So our onion and our garlic is still a little bit white there, but it's all cooking beautifully. Now we're going to put in a bit of paprika. So that's going to be beautiful for colour and flavour. Look at the colour of this now. The paprika has really changed the colour. Now we can go on with our tomatoes. So in goes our tomato and our stock and our bay leaf. Bring that to the boil, let that cook down, and then we'll blend these together. We are on the home stretch. Now there is something important that we have forgotten. Well, we haven't really forgotten it, we just haven't done it yet. And that is my salt and pepper. And nice bit of salt goes in, nice bit of pepper. Now, while that is all happening, a lot on the go at the moment, haven't we? We can very quickly jump to the topping for this. So I decided not to do mashed potato for the topping. I decided to do a cauliflower mash. So you have options. And for the cauliflower mash, you need egg yolk, you need cauliflower that you've steamed and just chopped up, and then a little bit of parmesan, because cauliflower loves cheese. So a little bit of parmesan, or you could do a Gruyere or a really nice dark rich cheddar, you know, that really nice mature cheddar. We'll get a little bit of pepper in there, and we'll get our egg yolk in. I'm not going to put salt in there because I have salt with the parmesan, but you might like to put a bit of salt in yourself. So if you were doing that, maybe mix it first, taste it, and then put the egg in when you've fixed your ingredients. So that's our mash, and that's going to be beautiful. And then we have our bowls ready for filling. All we need to do now is get our sauce back in here. It's just come to the boil, so we pour it back in here. I mean, this looks gorgeous. Looks absolutely lovely. Look at the colours in it. Needs to cook down a little bit. Do you know what would be nice in here now? A little bit of thyme, and I have some over here. I'm just going to grab some. You know me, I absolutely love my herbs, and we have a fabulous herb garden here at Ballyknocken, and adding these little herbs and building up those flavours, apart from the fact that herbs are packed with goodness, they also just naturally flavour something. So, nice bit of thyme. There we go. Give it a stir. See, already the colour's changing. Now, you might ask yourself why I put the sauce from here into the meat, or not vice versa. Because we browned the meat and the base of the pan had beautiful caramelisation. You might have seen it in the dark pan, but the juices were just there caramelising beautifully under this lean minced beef. So all I needed to do was add my sauce to it, and then the liquid was able to take those caramelised juices and mix it in with the sauce. So then I've got an even deeper flavoured sauce. And of course, needless to say, the beef I'm using will be a quality assured meat. No particular vested interest in saying that, but I think it's just important to buy Irish and buy local as much as you can. Now, this is cooked down beautifully. Look, the sauce is thickened really nicely. We can take it off the heat now, so you can put this in one whole dish. Of course, make your life easy. But if you want to get fancy about it, you can put them in these cute little individual pie dishes. And now we have this beautiful cauliflower mash. And then this can just go in, and we can just spoon that on. And I'll worry about flattening it out now shortly. The oven's already preheated. I have it in at 180, so you can just spread these out. But they look so pretty. So look at all the veggies here today. This is all part of just me trying to be 10% healthier. So I just decided this year, I really just wanted to make a few changes. Nothing drastic, but just little changes along the way. Anywhere I can add in an extra bit of veg, having like a nice lean protein, because I love my food, so I don't want to feel in any way shortchanged with flavour. But it really is just that extra bit of fruit, that extra bit of veg, the nicer, healthier nutrients for myself, the likes of nuts and seeds added in. Just making healthy decisions. I'll report back to you at the year end. Tell you how well I did. But follow me along for it. I have loads of tips and ideas on how to be healthy, how to cook healthy. That I know how to do. So there we go. These go into the oven. We'll leave them about maybe 20 minutes in these little pots. If they were in bigger containers, maybe 30, 40 minutes. It depends. You'll know by looking. So in they go. Remember, the meat's already cooked, so we're just waiting for the flavours to blend. So you've got the meat and you've got the cauliflower mash, and you just want that to blend, but also you want that cauliflower mash to brown beautifully, and the parmesan and the egg will help that. So now we will just sit back and wait. Get a cup of tea for yourself. Come back in a couple of minutes. Cottage pies look great. They're all just bubbling up beautifully. Who wouldn't want them for your dinner? So that there are my cottage pies packed with vegetables with your lovely cauliflower mash topping. I think you will love them. Enjoy.